Good day, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information 24 hours a day for the New Jersey, New York, Philly metro area. This is the video forecast analysis discussion for Wednesday, the 18th of September, 2013. And it's another chilly morning across the region this morning with some low temperatures before sunrise this morning. 33 in Walpack, 41 also in Wantage, 39 degrees this morning in Hope, 38 degrees was the low temperature this morning across Hackettstown, and also 34 degrees at Peak West. Other temperatures in the region this morning bottomed out at 44 in Wayne, 43 in Hawthorne, 41 degrees this morning. It's a chilly, chilly morning here in northern Passaic County, in Ramsey, in Bergen County rather, and in Hawthorne at 42. Here in Basking Ridge it was 35, and further up north in Charlottesburg it was 38 this morning. As you can see, many temperatures here also in the upper 30s to lower 40s across many interior sections here of central and southern New Jersey as well. Hillsborough at 39 and 39 degrees also this morning in parts of the region as well. Skies are clear this morning. The winds are light and very much so out of the north or northwest, and temperatures are recuperating slowly as the sun comes up from the mid and upper 30s across the region to around 40-45 degrees in the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area, especially around the Newark, New York City area, where temperatures are bottoming out in the mid-40s to around 50. There's just a little bit of fog being reported here in some stations here around Caldwell this morning, and that is lifting, and that will not be a problem during the rest of today. The dew points bone dry, mid and upper 30s to around 40 in the New Jersey, New York, Philly metro area. Clear skies on the satellite view this morning. A few clouds offshore here, but generally clear skies across New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia as high pressure sits over the top of us, and we can see that bone dry air with sinking air in the atmosphere. All the blacks and reds here on the visible and water vapor satellite imagery this morning. There's some warm air advective clouds beginning to form over the top of this colder dome, and it's getting into the Ohio and Tennessee and Mississippi River valleys, and some of this warmer air seen here in the water vapor imagery will try to make a run for the coast during late this afternoon and tomorrow especially. The radar is pretty quiet with most of this precipitation out to the west, where the warm air advection is trying to override the cold dome in place. And basically high pressure sitting right over the top of us over the Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York City metro area with a north to northeast wind and very bone dry air. And the frost advisories here for Sussex and Warren County and parts of the Poconos and upstate New York too will all expire at 8 o'clock this morning, and they will probably not be reintroduced, as temperatures tomorrow and probably a little bit more cloud cover too will not be as cold as tonight. As it was early this morning. Small craft advisories for Atlantic and coastal Cape May counties here until 11 a.m. this morning, and down to Rehoboth Beach until 11 a.m. this morning as well. Surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and also digital atmosphere. Here's the high right over the top of us cresting here, and here's a return flow with a warm front developing across the Ohio Valley as we showed you, and that's where the clouds and a few showers are starting to develop well ahead of it. But for us, just bone dry air continuing with the winds becoming more onshore northeasterly, and this has allowed some of the cloud cover here offshore, well offshore, to move to the south and east this morning, and generally fair, dry, sunny skies again expected for today. Agricultural forecast from Rutgers University. No rainfall through Thursday. The winds variable 5 miles an hour through Thursday. Humidity 35 to 45% today. 90 to 100% tonight. 35 to 45% again on Thursday. Dew points 40 to 45 today, and tonight near 50 on Thursday. Drying conditions good today, good Thursday. There's some heavy dew expected tonight, some heavy dew on Thursday night, but no freeze or frost. Percentage for sunshine 90% today, and again on Thursday. Surf zone forecast now for the New York coastal waters from Coney Island out to Hither Hills. There's a moderate risk of rip currents today. Surf height between 2 and 3 feet. Surf temperatures again are in the upper 60s. They're in the mid-60s out on the eastern end of Long Island. No threat of lightning today, and the UVI index is high, so sunscreen is a must. New Jersey and Delaware coastal beaches, moderate risk of rip currents today, so never swim alone, and always use flotation devices. Today, sunny skies, temperatures upper 60s, beach winds north around 10, becoming southeast this afternoon. Surf around 3 feet. Dominant surf temperatures in near 70. UVI index is high at 6. And again, moderate risk of rip currents. High tide at Atlantic City at 7:04 this morning. Low tide 1:12 this afternoon. High tide Rehoboth Beach 7:12. Low tide 1:23 this afternoon. And keeping an eye on the tropics for you, here is Tropical Storm Umberto. It's still at 40 miles an hour. It's moving to the northwest at 7 knots, well out into the Atlantic and not affecting anybody. Here in the Gulf of Mexico, still we find cloudiness and some disorganized showers around the low pressure area near the Yucatan Peninsula. The low is still forecast to move to the west-northwest and emerge over the Bay of Campeche later today, where conditions expected to become more conducive for the formation of tropical depression over the next day or two. And this means that the system has a high chance, about a 70% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone during the next 48 hours, and an 80% chance of that happening over the next 5 days. It will likely spread some heavy rains over portions of eastern Mexico and could cause life-threatening floods and mudslides over areas already impacted by torrential rains during the past few days. And the Penn State eWall radar reflectivity and cloud product from Penn State's eWall shows generally sunny skies today. Here's our clouds, our cloud deck offshore on the northeast wind here, remaining well offshore with high pressure over the top of us, sinking air, dry sky, dry air, bone dry air, and nearly cloud-free skies again expected for most of today. And clear skies expected tonight. There could be some high clouds which try to make a run for the area on Thursday, but most of Thursday should again be a mostly sunny day. Could be a few more clouds in the area, especially across southern areas of the Del Mar, but most of this would be high cloudiness. And most of the shower activity that you see scattered around is some warm air advective clouds that are trying to make a run as a warm front develops across the upper Great Lakes down through the Ohio and Tennessee Valley and makes a run for the region during the day on Friday. But it looks like most of this precipitation and warm front will remain to our west, with a continual north to northeast onshore flow as high pressure continues in control of our weather at least through Friday. And for the aviational weather deck this morning, just VFR conditions expected across the region. Got temperatures this morning in Morristown at chilly 37 with visibility better than 10 miles. Basically, VFR conditions are expected across the region today. There could be a few scattered clouds during late this afternoon across the region, especially at the Newark terminals here. Very light winds, though, out of the north and variable at 5 knots or less. Visibility is better than 10 miles. We're expecting VFR conditions across this entire route pretty much mainly through the morning, afternoon hours, through most of the week, into the early part of the weekend. There could be a sea breeze front here that tries to make a run for the coast this afternoon and shifts the winds around to the southeast across the immediate coastal areas, and we'll watch this on Doppler radar. But basically, VFR conditions throughout the region for aviation. GFS maps in motion now. High pressure across the region this morning, this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow into Friday as the high continues to press and remain in control of our weather right through Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, and Friday. You can see the warm air advection trying to make a run from the Great Lakes with this area of low pressure here north of the Great Lakes here, and the warm front trying to make its way through the region and eventually driving through the region during the day, probably later Saturday night and Sunday. But this front is going to stall because of low pressure that's trying to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico. This could be some of the remnants here of what was over the Bay of Campeche. Part of that, and probably just another area of low pressure developing across this moist area. Now the GFS is slowing up the front during Sunday morning with showers, thunderstorms across the region. Most of this will be on the lighter side as the front comes through. It probably stalls out a little bit, weakens here on the northern edge, and here comes an area. This is something that the GFS has been hinting at, the European 2. None of the models have been doing fairly stellar with this as of this point. With each run, this system here in the Gulf of Mexico moving into the southeastern United States is becoming a little bit more further to the north and west. This could mean that we have an onshore flow out of the northeast around high pressure, more easterly flow here during early Monday night and Tuesday. and this could mean the chances of rain increasing, especially across central southern New Jersey and coastal regions during Monday night and Tuesday morning. Now, right now, the low remains to the south and east of the region, with the impacts being an onshore flow and some lighter precipitation right along the immediate coast into the Delmarva region, but we'll have to monitor this. The high pressure builds in across the region after the low leaves during Wednesday and Thursday, with another stellar air mass in place and modifying temperatures too. We can see more ridging here with heights rising in the mean, so a little bit more modified air mass during Wednesday and Thursday of next week as the high continues to drift across the region. So you continue to enjoy this fine weather, and we'll be back bright and early with you again on Thursday morning. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a beautiful day.